13 investigation prompted major reforms to the funeral home industry. But tonight, a new investigation is revealing the new laws may help the funeral industry more than it helps the public.
The reforms happened after we exposed the Return to Nature funeral home scandal. The original intention of that new law was to help rebuild trust and transparency in the industry. The families say they feel betrayed tonight.
KRDO 13's Tyler Cunnington is live outside the Colorado Springs office of the funeral home where that scandal all started to explain the controversy over the law tonight. Tyler.
Yeah, that's right. Behind me is the former funeral home business where so many families paid for cremations over the last several years with Return to Nature. However, that new funeral home regulation law, which is in part sponsored by Republican Representative Matthew Soper, aims to impose new regulations as well as inspections over businesses within the industry. However, it's one of those provisions that actually prevents any of those documents or reports from being publicly viewed by those who are looking for them. Representative Soper tells me he's not exactly sure how that language got into the final draft.
I mean, could this have been, an attorney in the basement who was like, oh, this seems very conforming? Absolutely. Could it have been someone specifically from the funeral directors who were like, oh, this would really protect us? Possibly.
Ultimately, Soper says he and his colleagues didn't catch that provision as they focused on the key oversight elements, as I just mentioned, of this bill. Meanwhile, people like Christina Page, whose son was a victim of Return to Nature, says this is a key element of the bill, explaining that the idea of being able to check the shortfalls of a given funeral home is what lacked previously, and it would help future families spot potential bad actors.
It feels like more people telling us, we've got you, we're going to be accountable and transparent and responsible for this going forward. And then when it comes out, it turns out that that's not the case at all.
Now, Soper tells me he is planning on working with the fellow sponsors he had used for that previous law to draft a new bill to try to correct those issues with the accessibility to transparency and those inspections and other documents to try to stay true to that name of transparency that he feels they owe to all those victims. Reporting live here in Colorado Springs, Tyler Cunnington, KRDO 13 Investigates.